What? No! I've done like 4,000 videos. I've never been this uncomfortable before. Generic Control and the Doc Goes Moo here, back with another SCP reaction. Today we're doing SCP-2852, known as Cousin Johnny. Since it is the holiday season, and most of you are going to be seeing cousins if you have those that you hardly ever see, just like me, I'm going to be seeing cousins that I hardly ever see, and it's just around the corner because it is the holiday season. Might as well do an SCP called Cousin Johnny. Apparently I'm not ready for Cousin Johnny. I'm not really sure what about an SCP makes me not ready for it, but I saw that in the comment section of the last video, which was SCP-323, which is Wendigo School. You can check out my reaction to that. I'll leave it right up there. Also, link down below in the description. Also, in a place on my channel with all my other SCP reactions going in chronological order if you want to binge watch through all of them. Shout out to the patrons, because I could not do this if it was not for them. They got all the videos a day early, and it literally would not be possible was it for them. $2 a month get you all my reaction videos a day early, and I also hope that you are subscribed so you do not miss future videos, as I am trying to hit 100,000 subscribers before the end of the year. Should be right around 99,000 subscribers by the time this video goes live, which it's going to be really close. It's going to need a kind of a big push in December in order to hit 100,000 subscribers, but hopefully we can. So I hope you're having a wonderful day, though. Hopefully I can make the time a little bit better, but let's go ahead and jump into Cousin Johnny. That sounds wrong. SCP-2852 Cousin Johnny. All right, Cousin Johnny.
Hello, everyone.
Figure with the holiday season.
My name is Dr. Miller. The SCP we're going to be studying today is SCP-2852.
Wait, is that actually Thanksgiving?
Object Class, Keter.
What are they celebrating? Is it like a birthday? I see PBR. I see
Special
candles.
Containment Procedures. Containment of SCP-2852 is to focus on tracking and disruption of incidents where possible, and general monitoring of SCP-2852 compatible population centers. All individuals involved in blue level and white level events are to be monitored extensively.
Those are like golf tees.
And their identities are to be given to local law enforcement as potential terrorist threats.
Oh?
Even when disrupted, individuals involved in blue level and white level events are to be cataloged, and their names are to be sent to local law enforcement agencies. Individuals witnessing the disruption of either event are to be given Class B amnestics. Black level events are to be monitored until conclusion. Afterwards, all participants are to be treated with Class A amnestics and are otherwise treated identically to those affected by other events. Members of Mobile Task Forces Upsilon 36, Upsilon 52, and Upsilon 99 who witness a black level event are to be treated with Class A amnestics upon retirement or transfer, and are to be monitored for any signs of antisocial or otherwise uncharacteristic behavior.
I'm not sure if I'm very familiar with like black level events.
The black level event operatives are to be amnesticized, suspended from all field operations, and redesignated to low level, low intensity work, i.e. maintenance and data input. Mobile Task Force Y-36 Party Crashers are tasked with responding to any SCP-2852 appearance. Mobile Task Forces Y-52, Cater Duty, and Y-99, Altar Boys, are tasked to identify 2852 events and provide backup to Mobile Task Force Y-36 as needed. Mobile Task Forces Y-52 and Y-99 are to establish presence within communities where 60% of the population is Roman Catholic or, as of revision 2852-7, Anglican. Any SCP-2852 instance found attached to a different religious group must be reported to a researcher with Level 4 2852 clearance immediately. While currently isolated to the North American subcontinent, all SCP-2852 compatible communities are to be monitored for an uncharacteristic rise in juvenile delinquency, sterility, domestic violence, and divorce rates.
Wait, so does Cousin Johnny just ruin family events?
Instances of SCP-2852 have the appearance of a middle-aged white male. Biologically, the cells of SCP-2852 instances are genetically identical and human. However, instances do not have any identifiable organs. Their bodies are made up of fibrous muscular tissue, with the teeth and hair being made out of chitin, chemically similar to those of the Cicadidae family. The eyes of SCP-2852 instances, while looking non-anomalous from a distance, are set in the sockets without any nerve connection. While capable of speech, despite having no vocal cords or analogous organs, SCP-2852 instances do not show any grasp of language, speaking in a word salad. Despite this, all individuals at an SCP-2852 compatible event will perceive the subject as speaking intelligibly and will regard its actions as normal, unless briefed of its anomalous properties beforehand. Individuals describe SCP-2852 as being playful, with a crude sense of humor, and all individuals affected in an SCP-2852 event will refer to the subject as Cousin Johnny. While sentient,
is the Cousin Johnny the dude in the picture that doesn't have his eyes blocked out?
SCP-2852 instances appear at various Catholic and Anglican religious functions and are treated as being an established member of the family.
So I don't think that's a Thanksgiving.
Instances of SCP-2852 are accepted regardless of family resemblance or ethnicity. The entity appears at baptisms, weddings, and funerals, referred to as blue level, white level, and black level events respectively. Currently, no SCP-2852 instance has been found to appear at any other family gathering.
Like, not even a family reunion?
All attempts at tracking SCP-2852 instances before and after an event
those are all events that have
met with failure.
Kind of religious
The entities are able to appear at such events as though they had always been there, alternatively appearing between frames when under surveillance, or simply evading any attempt by operatives to keep them out of an event. All tracking devices
Bro said
placed
I
on
am invited.
SCP-2852 instances have malfunctioned immediately, with the entity evading any surveillance.
Can it
Each
teleport?
family gathering that SCP-2852 attends result in a different behavior from the subject and different effects. Generally, the effects of SCP-2852 appearing at a family gathering result in more serious damage done to children.
That doesn't sound
although
good.
Adults are not free from its effects. It is worth noting that stopping an SCP-2852 instance before it involves itself in the religious ritual will not stop its effects from spreading, although they may be diluted. The appearance of SCP-2852 at an event is enough for its effects to start spreading
Or
among
just
the
shows up and I was like, hey, he's here.
Event,
or not even, he's just there. He's just like, oh yeah, he's always been here.
Towards SCP-2852, regardless of its actions during an event. I will now cover the blue, white, and black level events.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Starting with
so that's not just like a general term. I guess it's just for
SCP-2852's effects at a blue level event are present more strongly in the child being baptized, its parents, and any godparents chosen for the occasion. During the baptismal ritual, SCP-2852 will involve itself directly in the proceedings, acting as a third godparent when traditionally there are only two.
What?
A male and a female.
What? So,
blue level events
what
proceed
title do you get?
Identically, despite the presence of a third godparent, until the child is submerged into the water. Immediately, the child's top layer of skin will slough off in one piece, as though molting.
Why?
This process does not seem to harm the child in any meaningful way.
It sounds like it does.
Parents will then eat the skin.
Oh, what?
Each other.
No.
Afterwards, the mass will go on as normal.
No.
And SCP-2852 will exit along with the family.
No.
It is of note that SCP-2852 does not appear at any family celebration held after the baptism.
So why does it show up just for that
part? The baptized child has a
part?
chance of dying within the next 6 months, well above the national average.
I was gonna say, doesn't it
children
always have that
exhibit
anyway?
Multiple cluster B personality disorders. Most join anti-capitalist groups, various groups of interest, or if unchecked, will engage in destructive behavior, usually manifesting in self-harm, abuse of animals, or abuse of small children. Godparents and biological parents will be rendered sterile, regardless of SCP-2852's success in becoming part of the baptismal ritual. Both groups commit suicide within 5 years of a blue level event, normally through drowning.
And that's the low level?
All individuals not involved in the baptismal ritual are 500% more likely than the national average to have stillbirths. Those who are still capable of having children are far more likely to abandon them, sometimes allowing the child to die in the process.
What is Cousin Johnny's problem?
One couple affected by a blue level event in Ohio.
Of course, Ohio.
Triplets, which they then tore apart and hung from trees around their property. Past adolescence into adulthood, children exposed to the song of cicadas respond with extreme anxiety and accompanying physical symptoms such as dry mouth, nausea, vomiting,
All the nights
diarrhea,
sleeping in the woods as a
and
Boy
headaches.
Scout, just cicadas. Just
Some subjects'
screaming.
agitation escalates into violent outbursts, which have resulted in at least 20 fatalities.
Only
When
20?
interviewed about the cause of their disturbance,
I guess at least.
no
That's just
subjects
20
have ever
documented.
identified cicada song as a trigger for their episodes. Even in one interview involving a level 5 enhanced interrogation, the subject never indicated
what
the role of
kind
a
of
cicada
interrogation is
song
that?
in his attack on parish, which resulted in 18 dead and 10 wounded,
What?
including his parents and 3 siblings.
Oh, here we go with the
Next,
white level.
White level event.
And marriage ceremony.
During
That
the
makes
marriage
sense. 'Cause you were
ceremony,
white.
SCP-2852
The bride wears
will
white.
insert itself as a groomsman, and its most deleterious anomalous effects will only manifest after the vows. After the rings have been exchanged, SCP-2852 will produce various implements that allow the bridesmaids and groomsmen to pull out their teeth one by one. The individuals
How?
seem to be oblivious to any pain that would normally take place during such an event, and blood loss, through still unknown means, does not occur.
What? How does that work?
Bride and groom will be presented with the teeth and will eat them.
Ew!
Damage done to the bride and the groom's teeth and jaw are extensive,
Yeah.
but any blood loss that occurs will not be fatal. The groom
Good.
will then, in place of vows, vocalize a currently unknown cicada song, which is being known to reach 140 decibels.
Which is very loud. Very
rendering
loud.
the bride and those on the altar deaf. Currently, no groom has been deafened by his own call. At the
what does
wedding
that mean?
reception, SCP-2852 will take the role of the best man
Bro got promoted.
and give
Field
a speech,
promotion.
as all vocalizations of SCP-2852 will be nonsensical, with no pattern to the words used. Individuals will react to the speech with mixed emotions, some crying uncontrollably, and others falling into hysterical
Because
laughter.
they hear it as normal.
After the speech, SCP-2852 will produce a gift for the married couple. This gift
What's it gonna
currently
be?
has always been 3.5 kilograms of human hair of various colors. 13
How much
deceased
hair is
specimens
that?
of Tebison linni,
I don't know
and
what that is.
23 human teeth in a cardboard box. DNA testing on all gifts have been inconclusive. The bride and groom of a white level event will divorce, on average, 2 years after their wedding,
Wow.
usually as a result of domestic violence.
Oh.
Any children produced during their marriage will have cluster B personality disorders or life-threatening disfigurements.
That's terrible.
All married individuals attending the event will find themselves unable to have children, despite a lack of detectable
How are you gonna have
changes
baptisms to go to if
fertility-related biology.
everybody's getting
Sperm
sterilized?
counts and sperm quality remain unaffected. Ovulation also remains unchanged, and no genetic irregularities
just
have
cursed?
been observed in eggs.
So they're just
The
cursed.
Foundation has arranged a statistically significant number of hysterectomies for guests at white-level events. The surgeries are prescribed and administered by third-party agents in the medical industry. Exhaustive biopsies, chemical analysis, and mechanical inspections of the extracted uteri and ovaries have failed to yield any signs of abnormality. All children involved in a white-level
no.
event will avoid romantic relationships, and 9 out of 10 commit suicide by the age of 18.
Brother.
Roughly half
What?
pull out their teeth until blood completely blocks the airways, and others bite their own wrists until
What?
exsanguinated.
What? You can
And
do
finally,
that?
A black level event. Black level
It's only
events
gonna
are
get
notable
worse.
in that any attempt to disrupt the event through any means result in the actor becoming a participant in the event. Currently, there exists no way to stop or end a black level event. Any attempts at barring SCP-2852 instances from the church or funeral home result in SCP-2852 simply appearing in a pew.
You
During a
literally
black level event,
cannot uninvite him.
SCP-2852 will take the place of the eulogizer, even if one was not scheduled to speak during the Mass. The speech, as any vocalization by SCP-2852, will be nonsensical, with no patterns being found. However, as the subject speaks, the individual closest to the departed will open the casket and produce a long
What?
knife. The knives produced during a black level event are not seen before the event and disappear after the event.
Bro just
The individual will then exsanguinate themselves,
makes it happen.
normally from the wrists, but there have been instances where individuals have slit their throats. In turn, 2 by 2, each attendant will use the knife to pour their blood into the casket. Children too young to exsanguinate themselves are helped by adults. Despite many losing enough blood to result in death, no physical effects are seen in participants. SCP-2852
I've done like 4,000 videos.
Eventually turns into the song of an adult
I've never
male,
been this
the
uncomfortable
bison
before.
lanai. All participants will respond with the same call, despite the song of the cicada being limited to the male. SCP-2852 will stand at the pulpit until each individual has bled themselves, and then will walk to the casket and vomit a mixture of blood, wood pulp, and dead specimen of TheVolgun lanai.
What is TheVolgun lanai?
It is currently unknown how SCP-2852 instances are able to hold the mixture within themselves due to the lack of any cavity of sufficient size in its body. Once finished, the funeral mass will go on as normal, and the casket, filled with blood and SCP-2852's vomit, will be taken to the cemetery
I don't think caskets are watertight.
and lowered into the earth as is normal for a Catholic or Anglican funeral service. Black level events normally will end here. If a family gathering was planned to take place after the funeral, SCP-2852 will attend.
Of course it will.
SCP-2852 will, once all individuals affected have come to the location, vomit a similar mixture of blood, wood pulp, and dead TheVolgun lanai into a bowl. This mixture will be primarily eaten by the affected children. After this has been eaten, SCP-2852 will give another speech of nonsensical words without patterns, strip itself, and lay on the table. The participants then will eat SCP-2852's flesh until there is nothing left.
What?
SCP-2852 will still vocalize, even when suffering mortal injuries. Participants have been known to carry on a friendly conversation with SCP-2852
That's normal.
while eating it.
That's casual, it's
Children
fine.
unable to chew whole food properly will be fed mouth to mouth by any caregivers.
I'm not reading on the side, I'm literally just
All
listening to it.
participants of a black level event will break from their family either through suicide, moving, or divorce.
Moving. But it seems like
Every
moving is the best option.
Involved in an event will be rendered sterile. Domestic violence in participants of black level events will usually be of a cannibalistic nature, resulting in the death of one or both individuals. 6 out of 10 children involved will attempt to murder one or both of their parents before they turn 18. It is theorized that nearly a third of Catholic and Anglican D-class were involved in a black level event. For further research regarding related phenomena, please see the database entry for SCP-3004.
I guess I'm avoiding all baptisms,
this is where the lecture ends today.
Weddings, and funerals from now on.
You still are, and you're all dismissed. Goodbye.
That is terrifying and
I would
terrible.
Like to give a special thank you to Desmond Hoskins.
It's so crazy how well he gets rid of his accent.
Premier Rumanov, Tyver Ball, and Dr. Mortis. Thank you all so much for your support. It's greatly appreciated. If you would like a special thank you at the end of each of my videos, and some other cool stuff as well, visit patreon.com.
I'm actually uncomfortable. I've done like 4,000 videos on YouTube, and not a single one has made me this uncomfortable before. It kind of makes me want to show it to Kirby, who I bring on the channel for stuff. That had the absolute, when I see Cousin Johnny and I see the picture of everybody sitting around a table eating like a family holiday meal, I didn't expect it to take that route. Why cicadas? Why? I don't. Yeah, he's definitely a party crasher, or maybe he gets the party started. I don't know. Let me know what the next SCP video should be. I do read all your comments. I hope you're subscribed. Trying to hit 100,000 subscribers before the end of the month, because I think this video is going live in December. And right now, I think we're getting 800-900 subscribers a month. So it's going to be real close if we're going to hit 100,000 for the end of the month. So I hope you are subscribed. I try to do SCP videos every single Monday. Patrons get them a day early. I wouldn't be able to do this if it was not for them. But subscribing is free. But This is Cousin Johnny. Is there more unsettling SCPs? There has to be. Yeah, I feel like there's any question is there SCP? The answer is always yes. I hope you enjoyed this video. I look forward to the next one. It can't be worse, I hope. But I hope to see you there. But until then, take care and cue the music.
We were playing